Alright, so I didn't get to show you guys how to put the oil in the compressor, but it's basically the same thing. Just on the compressor you have two holes to choose from. It doesn't really matter. I just picked the bigger one that my funnel fit in, so. But this is the new accumulator. Basically you have this little sleeve. There's a little bolt right here at the bottom. If you're looking at the fender, it sits like this. If you're looking inside the car. So you have port on the bottom, port on the side. So basically, once you pull this out, pretend this is the old one, you'll take a little screwdriver, pry this up, this pops out, pry that up, pop that up, and that's basically it. There's a little hinge here, it opens up, and take the new one, slap this on, good to go. Okay, so I'm going to add it to the top side. I don't know if this is the best place or not, but it seems logical to not put it through the bottom, so it's going to leak on me, but it might leak out anyway, so I'm going to leave this cap on until I'm ready to connect the hose. So I'm using Universal PAG oil. I know GM uses some fluorescent green looking stuff, but I have about 30 ounces in there from the 2 ounces I put in the compressor, so I'm going to take it right to the little tick there, which should be 27. So you put 3 ounces in the accumulator. Hopefully this doesn't roll away on me. It's probably best to add little by little and check your level. So that was 2 ounces. Almost. Alright. I'm going to add just a tad bit more. Maybe a little bit more. Okay, I'm happy with that. The reason I added a little extra is because I don't know if my condenser lost any oil, so it's better to have a little bit extra, I would say, than a little bit less. Give that a couple seconds to run in there. Might throw this cap back on here until I get it in place, just so no dirt or anything gets in there. Alright, so that's basically it. I'll show you guys how it mounts in a second. Alright, so here's the bottom AC line. I just got the accumulator in place there, sticking through the bottom of the frame here. So what you want to make sure is that these two little hooks go underneath, and then this piece has a little lip under there that catches, that holds the whole thing in place here on that plastic sleeve. So basically twist this cap off. Pretty sure it's a 28mm, but I don't have one, so I'm just gonna use a 10-inch adjustable. Goes wide enough. It's a little on the thick side, but it's enough to hold on there. And then this nut is 1 1/4 inches, so it's pretty big. And then this connector goes into here. The other way. Clip goes this way. So just pull the line in front of the cord like that. Connect it. First I gotta lube up these O-rings. If you're using your original line, make sure you change these out. Same thing with the top. It has two O-rings that look very similar. This is a brand new line, so it came with the O-rings, so I don't have to change them. If you did have to change them, this is a pack that I got. And supposedly it's a complete kit for this car. I don't know if it has everything or not. I only used one of them so far for the AC orifice line. There was one O-ring on that line. This came with the accumulator. I used it on the top because I was using that line. Kind of covering up the part number there. So it had two extra O-rings in there that fits this line that I put up top. So I already installed them, lubed them up. It's already tightened up here. And then I used this with a 7mm socket. It's kind of hard to see on the chrome, but yeah, whatever. It won't focus. That's what the original O-rings looked like on top. Let me throw these back. Okay. Yeah, well, never late when you need one. Alright, fell off my stool, but it's all good. Alright. So that's 7mm down in there. Just put this on top like that. And snug her down. Here's the top of the line that goes in. And then this little fuse box. Has, I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, but I could just see it back here. Yeah, trying to get it in there. Let's see. Right in there is a little tab that goes in that little cut in the frame, so make sure you line that up. Stupid, but whatever. So I'll go ahead and do that right now so I don't forget. And once that's in place, this little bolt hole should line up perfectly. I believe it's 10mm. I believe I just kicked it out of my cup somewhere, so I'm gonna have to go find that. But yeah. Anyway, and then show you guys this little green clip goes come on. There we go. Goes through top part of this. I'll show you guys once I put it together, but you don't necessarily need that, it just locks it, but if you do have one, it's nice to put it back on. Alright, I'll show you the rest as I go. Don't go too crazy with these big wrenches. If you don't have an adjustable, 1 1/8 is sloppy on the accumulator, but you could use it to hold it as well, because that's actually how I got it off. But then you got the 1 1/4. Alright, well, there's really nowhere for me to set the camera down here to show you guys. put it on there, but you get the idea.